Now we're going to add our secret ingredient, which is onion soup mix, which is full of beautiful seasoning and tastes good, as you know, if you've ever used it. So we use 1 package of onion soup mix, and we're going to mix it in well.
Now that's for our first meatloaf, huh?
That's for the first meatloaf.
Now we're making, we have here 4 pounds of ground beef, 2 pounds of sausages, so it's 2 pounds of sausage. So that's going to be 3-pound meatloaves, or 3-pound blends, so that would take about 2 of these packages?
Yes, I would think so.
Okay.
This is our seasoning. We're not putting any ordinary seasonings in, like salt and pepper and so forth. The seasoning is here. And it's so good.
Boy, it smells terrific.
Yes. That's mixing well, isn't it?
It is, and you know what I notice is I can't see the places where the sausage and the beef are different, so they've mixed very well together. I also notice it's a real nice mixture. It just holds together well.
And they say it shouldn't stick to the bowl if it's well formulated.
And there we go. There's our mix for meatloaf.
Isn't that pretty? And it smells so good now.
All right, well now I want you to show me how to shape the loaves.
Okay. Now here's our mixture, and we're ready to assemble our loaves. Now I'm using a classic loaf pan because it's meatloaf. It should be in a loaf pan. But some people like a large open, and they form the loaves on that. And some people use different shaped pans, you know, different size pans. But I think they look pretty when they're meatloaves the way they're supposed to be. And
they have a good shape.
Oh, yes.
Well, all right, so I'm going to form 3 meatloaves out of this mixture. And I basically just do it on this cutting board, right, as you showed me.
Yes.
So I'm going to take a glob of meatloaf here. Look how well it holds together, Mom.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks beautiful.
All right.
Yes.
Now, if I eyeball this, we're a little much, so I'll put some back.
Looks good. Good job.
Thank you. You know, I think that's just a little bit light, so I'll add a little more.
Good deal.
Now, one of the things I can always remember you doing is finishing the meatloaf a little with some water. So we got some water here, and we just did this. Put some water on it to give it sort of a smooth texture.
That's nice. That looks good already.
Now, I remember you and my dad also would put their fingers under the meatloaf like this to give it a sort of a roundness at the bottom.
Right.
And then we are going to take this loaf. And we're going to lift it up and slide it into the pan.
It's a good size. Good size.
Good size.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run my fingers around the edge. And there you go. You know, it could even be a bit bigger.
It could.
But we'll just leave this one as is and make the next one.
All right.
So let's form meatloaf number 2.
Okay.
We'll make this one a little bigger.
You're pretty good at that.
Thank you. I learned from an expert.
Sure. Yes. And you do a fast job, too.
Water for the finish. Don't be shy about the water, right?
That's right. I used to do that with a saucer. Once in a while, I'd make a mark on the top. I don't know what for.
Well, maybe we can do that at the end here.
That looks good.
Something about my meatloafs come out a little bit bigger at one end. I must have a bias.
Your hand is shaped that way.
All right, so here we go. This one goes in. A nice, beautiful meatloaf.
Those are nice. They're nice. I like this size.
Now our third, and we'll be ready to go. Well, the recipe was just about right for 3 good meatloaves.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I'll take this away.
Yes.
Does that mean your oven's ready? Oh, now the shelves okay?
All is well.
Okay.
So this one will be, they aren't exactly the same size, but you know, they'll bake up and they'll be beautiful.
Well, how can they be homemade if they're all exactly the same?
So we've got 3 meatloaves ready to go. Notice we don't fill it up all the way because there'll be some liquid while it cooks, right?
Right.
All right, so we're ready to bake. Here we go.
Now we're ready to get down to business. Our meatloaves are formed. They're in their greased loaf pans. But there's one more finishing touch we can add to it. I'm going to make a trough. Am I in the middle?
You're perfect.
Nice to be perfect. We're going to make a trough down the middle of each meatloaf. There, good, finish it for me. And we're going to put some good ketchup on top for decoration and for flavor. And just because.
So I've seen this in a lot of the photographs you see of classic meatloaves.
Yes.
You see and just put it in the trough, right?
Right. It's a nice color. Nice. That's good. Good
Like
looking,
this?
good.
Maybe smear it around a little bit.
And now our oven is hot. And,
All right, so are we ready to go?
We're
gonna
ready
stick
to
'em in
go.
And they need to reach about 160, you told me, 160 degrees, but that's about,
Yes.
there are 3 of them, so that'll be about an hour plus, maybe 70 minutes or something like that.
Well,
let's give it a try and
we'll
measure
look
it as
at
we go.
them.
So
We'll
in
look
the
at
oven
them.
they go. Here we are. And we'll see what happens.
Ooh. That was easier than so fast.
Okay. Back soon.
Now it's time to take our meatloaf out of the oven. But be sure that it's done. Use a meat thermometer at 160 degrees, it'll be done. And be sure and use heavy gloves. Bruce is going to do the manual work for me. It smells delicious.
Okay, what do we got here? There's meatloaf number 1. How do they look to you?
They look beautiful. They look as good as they smell.
That's one thing that the people who watch this video don't know, is that the house is full of a beautiful, beautiful smell.
Yes.
Just smells incredible.
Right.
So now what you see here is we've got 3 meatloaves. They're beautifully browned on top. But when you look at the sides, you can see the sides are not browned, of course, because they're under the liquid that's in here.
That's right.
So
Now what will we do?
well,
We're going to remove them shortly
yes.
and give them a little more heat.
All right, so we've got prepared here a drip pan and I guess a cookie rack. And we're going to place each meatloaf on the rack so that it's exposed and no longer sitting in a pan.
All right.
Now, this isn't easy. You've got to be careful because there's hot liquid. But
Take it easy.
I will. Now watch this. Up comes a beautiful meatloaf. Drip it for a minute and it goes down on the rack.
Looks good.
Now we're going to do that 3 times. And the idea is you put these back in the oven just for a few minutes, right?
Yes, and that firms it, browns it a little.
A little space
Looks
in
beautiful.
between them. Yeah, it does. And they're nice, hefty meatloaves. Nothing soft about them. You can feel their firmness.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Now you say we got these to about 150, huh? 160 with a meat thermometer.
160.
All right, you open the oven, and I'm going to put them back in, and we're going to leave them just for what? A few minutes, right?
Just a few minutes, yeah.
Just enough to give it a little bit of a browning around the sides.
Is this
But take a
door?
look at the top of our meatloaves.
Nice. Oh, yes. They're perfect.
All right, in they go. Now let's wait 5 minutes, all right?
Okay. Now it's been just a few minutes after we put our meatloaf back in the oven so that the sides would get a little dew on them. And now Bruce is taking them out. We'll see what they look like.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. And they smell as good as they look, maybe better. They're beautiful. So.
Well, let's take and put one of them on on the plate.
Nice big one.
All right.
These meatloaves look beautiful. Smell good and look beautiful, but don't cut into them yet because the juice will run out and you'll lose some of the flavor. But aren't they beautiful? So you can eat them hot for dinner tonight and then refrigerate the remaining. How do we wrap these?
We usually wrap them just in cellophane.
Okay, that's a good idea. And we'll put them in the refrigerator and they'll be perfect tomorrow for sandwiches or salad. We can have them sliced cold with a salad.
Well, thank you for letting me cook these with you, Mom.
Thank you for helping me. You did